And honestly, I wouldn't mind if we trade back a few spots and target defense with our first pick, maybe landing between pick 4 and 7, not trading back too far, and going after a guy like Keldrick Falk. He's 6'6", 280 pounds at only 20 years old, so super young coming into the draft and a lot of room to get bigger, faster, and stronger. He's got a hyper elite power profile. He's got the explosiveness, the energized athleticism, and he's an elite run defender, which the Jets had problems stopping the run this year. So I feel like adding a guy like that can have instant day one impact. He's got a lineman versatility, so you can line him up anywhere outside of the defensive line. So you can still have him out there with guys like Jermaine Johnson and Will McDonald and put even more pressure on the quarterback. I don't like to compare these young guys to players that are, pretty much legends in the game. But he really reminds me of a guy like Myles Garrett as far as like the burst and the body movement, getting after the quarterback. A monster setting the edge. I think he's a true defensive end. Now, because of how athletic he is, like I said, Auburn kind of had him lined up, all throughout the defensive line. But I think he's an NFL edge. He's just a guy that's making an impact on every play. Now, I wouldn't get too caught up in the sack numbers. Like I said, he's a guy who's a beast in the run game. He's applying pressure on the quarterback and making sure the quarterback is staying moving. Coming down to earth a little bit, a more realistic comparison, honestly, I feel like it's a Jalen Phillips kind of vibe. So that's a guy who I think can really improve the Jets defense and specifically the run defense as a whole.